'Tis the season for spooky movies, as well as, check this out, from the unbelievable true story of an Army veteran turned criminal and jail escapee to a political thriller where a missile attack is aimed at a major U.S. city and a family-friendly Halloween film. There is something for everyone. So This Chix Flix, Susan Stephens joins me with more on what's showing in theaters this month. Woo! Ready for some football and ready for some movies.
Yes, yeah.
I'm so excited that you're here. First of all, would you say that this is your favorite season for movie watching, and why?
It's one of my favorite. I am a fan of horror films, and I love watching like the classic ones during this time, but my favorite season is always going to be awards season.
Okay, so that's going to be your favorite
Yeah.
season. Yeah, because they really push them out,
Yes,
for sure.
yeah.
You're a fan of horror movies?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't sleep for like days.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. So, everyone's talking about Roofman with Channing Tatum. So what is that one about?
Yeah, so this is based on the unbelievable true story about Jeff Manchester, an Army veteran and struggling father who turns to robbing McDonald's by cutting a hole through their roof.
That is based on a true story.
Yes, it is. I didn't even know about it. It's like in the 90s or something.
I heard a whole podcast on this.
Yes.
I'm dying to see this movie.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And so obviously after he gets caught, he escapes from jail and he ends up hiding and secretly living in a Toys R Us for 6 months. And while there, in the movie, he falls for a store employee. And it's directed by Derek Cianfrance and stars Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. And there's a lot of humor and heart here. I would say there's a great balance of that because Jeff does mean well. He's a nice guy, but unfortunately he hurts a lot of people,
Right.
Including himself, through the frustrating and at times idiotic choices he makes,
Right.
which is sad and funny. But Tatum does a fantastic job bringing the humanity out of this character, and Kirsten Dunst is just flawless playing this role opposite Tatum.
He's one of those characters, I would imagine, the Channing Tatum character, that you kind of root for him, even though you know he's done some tough things.
You do. You
Yeah.
really do root for him throughout the entire time.
All right, let's get to the next one. A House of Dynamite. Now, that's a political thriller.
Yeah, so I actually didn't know a whole lot about this story, which actually made it even more exciting to watch. But yeah, it's a political thriller that centers around an impending disastrous missile attack that's heading towards a major U.S. city from an unknown enemy. And it's directed by Catherine Bigelow, who brought us Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30. And this time she cleverly crafts a story, like a hypothetical that's terrifying about the behind the scenes of war and how the leaders would handle that. It stars a stacked cast featuring Idris Elba as the president, Rebecca Ferguson, Anthony Ramos, so many more familiar faces, but this is just truly a haunting hypothetical.
All right, another one that I'm interested in is based on a book called Regretting You. What's that one about?
Yeah, so this is another Colleen Hoover best-selling novel that is being brought to life. If you were a fan of It Ends With Us, I'm sure you're going to like this one. This one is about a strained relationship between a young mother and her daughter, and after a fatal accident reveals a shocking betrayal and forces the family to discover their secrets and rediscover each other. It stars McKenna Grace, Allison Williams, and Dave Franco, and this one has plenty of romance and drama. Just, if you're a fan of this genre, it'll definitely be your cup of tea. I know I am
All right, so the
excited.
last one I want to talk about, though, is a family-friendly one. It's called Stitchhead. What is that one about?
Yeah, so Stitchhead is, it's about a young creation, a little small creator that's awoken by a mad professor in a castle who basically makes Stitchhead protect the other creations of his from the townspeople of Grubber's Nubbin. And really all these, it's based off of a graphic novel by Guy Bass, and it tells a offbeat story about quirky, likable characters, and just that who want to be treated like everybody else. It has a very Tim Burton vibe to it, which really fits the season. So it's just a really cute, fun, family-friendly film that's perfect for the Halloween season.
Okay, so real quickly, what is on your list? By the way, I follow you so closely. If you give me a good endorsement, I usually watch it.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say I still haven't seen one battle after another, and so that is on my, I need to watch that, this weekend. It's the front runner for the Oscars. So everyone says that's the must-see to see right now, but if you haven't seen Weapons, which I know you don't like horror then,
I don't.
That's
Won't
great for
watch
season
it.
2.
Sorry. Now that's something I won't
Watch
listen
A House
to.
of Dynamite.
All right, thank you. I will watch House of
Yeah,
Dynamite.
there you
I
go.
appreciate you being here.